Hi, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Alethea, and today we'll be making fish and shrimp tacos and shrimp nachos. And we have, for the ingredients, we have onions and a mixture of peppers, one onion cut up, a mixture of peppers cut up. We have our shrimp. I seasoned this shrimp ahead of time with oil and garlic and onion powder and adobo, and that's been sitting for a little bit. We have our flour tortilla shells. We have our mixture of Fiesta blend cheese. We have our black beans, diced tomatoes, and sour cream. Now we're going to I saute my peppers and onions. And what I'm going to do is, as this is sauteing, we also have, I forgot to mention another ingredient. We have our Goya Spanish rice that we're going to be putting in with this. And I'm going to show you how we're going to mix this all together with the rice and everything and the shrimp. So we're going to let this cook down for a little bit. Just for a few minutes, we're going to let this cook down. Not mushy, but it's just going to, take the crunchiness slightly off of it. And we are going to, once this cooks down, we're going to add the shrimp in it and let it cook down till the shrimp gets of our onion mixture sauteing, and I'm going to go ahead and put the shrimp in. Now I went ahead, like I said before, I went ahead and pre-seasoned the shrimp with a little bit of oil, a little bit of canola oil, and I put a little bit of cayenne pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder in the shrimp, and it's been sitting in the seasoning for about a couple hours. These are large raw shrimp, and I cut them in half too. So I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning in here, the garlic, and a little bit more of cayenne. Your spicy seasonings are good for your insides, but you just want to put it just a little bit. You don't want no fire engines coming. So these shrimp are cooking down. They're starting to turn a little pink. We're just going to let it go ahead and do its due. Now I had went ahead earlier and made some tilapia fish for the fish and shrimp tacos. I went ahead and fried that. And that was just fried in, I dipped it in egg, and then I dipped it in breadcrumbs, Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, and I went ahead and fried it on both sides. Now once this cooks down just a little bit, a couple more minutes or so, see it's coming along pretty good, then we're going to add our rice, our Goya Spanish rice. I went ahead and cooked that earlier too. Also, after this was finished cooking, I just drizzled a little bit of fresh lime juice over this rice. It's going to boost up the flavor a bit. So we're going to add this together in with this rice. It's about ready now, so I'm going to turn this fire down. It was cooking on medium heat. I'm going to turn it down to low. And we're going to add some of this rice in here. Not all of it, but just some, because that's going to go into our tacos. Now everybody, there's all types of creation of tacos. And this is my creation. So we just put a little bit more. Don't want to make it too ricey. And we're going to put a little bit of the black beans in here. A little bit of black beans in our taco mixture here. And then we're going to, when we come back, we'll be assembling the tacos. Alright, we're back and we're going to be assembling the fish tacos, the fish and shrimp tacos. First we're going to do one fish taco. So we have our flour tortilla shell, we have our piece of tilapia fish, put in the shell, and then we're going to put some diced tomatoes over it. I use fire roasted tomatoes. You can use any kind that you like. We put a little bit of sour cream, or to your liking. Some people might like it more. We're going to add a little bit of lettuce. You can also put some guacamole in here too if you like guacamole. Put the lettuce in here, and then we're going to sprinkle it with the Fiesta cheese. And this is the fish taco. We close it up and we bring it over here. Now we're going to assemble the shrimp taco. We get our shrimp and rice and bean mixture that we made. Just put some in there. More shrimp. And we're going to put some of our diced tomatoes, fire roasted tomatoes over it. We have a dollop of sour cream over it. We have our lettuce. It's a little bit more. And then we have our Fiesta cheese. And that's our shrimp taco. And you can make it with ground turkey or, you know, whatever you like to experiment with. Tacos are not just one way of doing things. There's many ways of creating tacos. Okay, we're back. And we finished up the fish tacos, fish and shrimp tacos. Now we're going to move on to our shrimp nachos. My daughter Victoria will be making the shrimp nachos today. She will be doing the assembling of it. The ingredients we have is our onions and pepper mixture. We have shredded cheese. We have our lettuce mixture. We have our shrimp, guacamole. We have our diced roasted tomatoes. And we have our homemade cheese sauce that's going to go over top of it. Now I just want to say one thing. Making tacos and making nachos is an easy thing to do. But from my generation, in my household that I grew up with, I didn't grow up in eating tacos or nachos like that. So something as simple as this for other people was a little challenging for me today. But I wanted to come on and do my best with this and present this to you guys. So she is putting the onion mixture over top of the nachos. Next, she will be adding the black beans. I forgot to mention that. She will be adding the black beans over top of this. And this is like a layered dish here. In some restaurants, they serve this as their appetizer. Really, this could be considered as a meal, in my opinion. And next is the fire diced roasted tomatoes that she's putting over top of this. And like I said, this is perfect for today because today is Sunday afternoon and we all know that the football game will be coming on soon, so this is something good to eat as we watch the football game. Go Eagles! So she's finishing up putting the tomatoes over top. And next we will have the guacamole, and our guacamole is homemade. She made the homemade guacamole. And you can either make it homemade or you can, store-bought, whatever floats your boat. It doesn't matter. So the guacamole is going over top of this. It looks good too. Really does. And next we have our cheese sauce, homemade cheese sauce that she's going to drizzle over top. Yum, yum. That looks good. That's enough to feed a family of 4, in my opinion. And next we have our sour cream. She's going to put sour cream over it. Like I said, that alone there is a meal. That's a meal in itself. And some people eat that as an appetizer in restaurants. Next, she's putting the lettuce over top. Shredded lettuce is going over top of this. And finally we have our Fiesta blend cheese is going over top as the topping. That looks good. And finally the shrimp. She's placing the shrimp all around. Looks very good. And this is our creation of shrimp nachos. And welcome back. We have our final presentation of our game day Sunday dinner. We have fish and shrimp tacos. We have our shrimp nachos. And for dessert, we have homemade brownies with Cool Whip and cherries on top. Yum, yum. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. We will be making more delicious treats as the time goes on. And I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.